Hi everybody and welcome to my first ever vlog. My name is Tara and my artist name is My Moon. I'm going to be doing a voiceover over an older artwork that I had filmed. I probably won't be talking about the artwork so much and the supplies simply because I will be introducing myself, but just right off the bat, I am using a Artex acrylic marker set and just a sketchbook I got from Michaels. Yes, a square sketchbook I got from Michaels. But I just wanted to give a quick introduction as to who I am and what to expect moving forward and throughout these videos. So take a seat and hopefully enjoy all the the second guessing, and just this little journey that you're taking with me. And so, yeah, um, I'm a visual art teacher. Currently, I am a visual art teacher based in Southern California. I actually work with the littles, so I teach at elementary level. And that's what I have done for quite a while, actually. I even went to college to get a bachelor's in art education. So, unlike I think a lot of people that I see on the internet, I think my path is a little odd because I took the safer route and chose to become a teacher just to ensure that money, that income, which is, a positive, but it also, I didn't get to practice as much my art or like kind of focus on it as others. So this is kind of my chance to hopefully take that step. I spent so much of my college life just focusing on getting my degree that I never paid attention to um, how I could better my art or what I needed to. I had this grand idea that I would get my bachelor's in art education and then jump back into the master's program for something. And they would teach me, hey, this is how you get your style, and this is what your style is. And it would be some kind of like magic adventure where like finally I would uncover my hidden talent, my hidden style, my hidden fan base, and it would just kind of all come together. And then I had the heartbreaking news that like, no, you had to kind of go into the master's program knowing what you want and who you are, and that this master's program probably wasn't going to take you because you didn't have like the credits, or you just didn't have the background that they were looking for. So that dream kind of got squashed right away, and I decided to focus completely on the teacher route. So I've been spending the past couple of years just really diving into being a teacher and focusing on moving through the ladder and getting to where I needed to be like comfortable, right? Um, I didn't mention, but I do have a family. I have a little one, and that's priority. So, as much as I wanted to focus on being this like amazing artist and having it all come together, I just didn't get the chance. I um, focused on making sure we were set, and that's where I am at. So I think as of this year, I kind of finally settled down and I found my rhythm with work and home, and found that I do have some spare time to maybe push a little bit more on my own artistic journey and experience. So this past year, I've really been hunkering down after work and focusing on just practicing and developing my craft. And I think that's when I finally decided this might be the time for me to start a channel. I see so many other people doing it, and all with so many different degrees of artistic skill set or artistic styles that I figured, well, there's got to be something out there for me. So here is my shot, and I hope it turns into something. I'm not exactly sure yet, but that's it. And so um, I'll kind of give you a little bit about who I am and what art is for me. But since it's always been a passion, I always kind of pursued it on the side. And I don't think I've ever gotten the like, wow, you're such a great artist. Like, you definitely have it from any of my teachers. I've always kind of got that, like, yeah, you're good. Um, I think I'm trying to just push against that, and we'll see where it goes. So I think if I try to post videos, what you might be seeing for me and like moving forward, I think I'm going to be trying to focus on just my daily practice or my monthly practice. I think that might be more appropriate. And what I work on, I don't have any uh, Patreon. I don't currently have my Instagram running, and I do have a Ko-fi account, but again, one person just barely starting, and I haven't paid much attention to anything. So I'll be working on my art and maybe even some other stuff on the side. Who knows? I think it all depends on how much I'm willing to share and where I feel like I find the best fit for me as a artist. But I've seen so many people take like the artist route, and hey, I do this also on the side. Maybe I'll show like my books, because I've really gotten into reading after COVID. That was like, well, what else do you have to do? And then I even have gotten into writing. So maybe that's what you'll see from me. But why haven't I done it anytime sooner? So a big reason I haven't tried to pursue anything a lot sooner was because I never had that skill. I'm pretty decent, I would say. I'm not trying to give myself a lot of credit, but I'm pretty decent as an artist, and I think what I lacked was that storytelling or that style that like you could just look at someone and you knew, okay, that's their work and it's uniquely them. I never found it, and I still think I'm looking for it. I remember I went to college with this one student, and no matter the project, we were in a ceramics class together, and every project she brought out just was so beautiful. She was younger than me. I think I was probably a couple years older than her. But she had her shit together. Excuse my language, I'll probably fix that later, but she had everything together. I remember I would sit down at our desk right before we went to whatever we were making, and our teacher would assign the assignment. And it would be like, okay, create this using this theme, or find a theme while you create like a set of dishes. And I thought I was doing something. I was like, I would do like hearts, and I'd make them feel like an emotion, and I really thought I was doing it. And then I would look at this person who sat next to me, and she I was so jealous of her skills. She would set down this idea and it would just, everybody would gravitate to it. So I remember for this one where we had to make a set of dishes, she decided on creating these plates. And again, I'm trying to remember, and this is like a couple years back, I'd say about almost 10 now. She would design them and she would base it off her culture and the struggles her people faced, and then even her own struggles and her identity. And it was just so grounded. You knew what she was saying in every artwork, and every artwork was consistent. And she just had so much to talk about. And I always wondered, what do I have to talk about? I come from a middle class family. My parents divorced when I was a kid, but it didn't make any marks on my life like that I had seen in movies, I lived a good life, and it felt weird to be making art and saying I have not struggled in that way, or I have not experienced things. I couldn't come to grips with it. And maybe it was because I was so focused on having a struggle that I couldn't create a own style, or what. But I remember my art always lacked something. The teacher said it was good. It was always good, just good. Right? I did the assignment, but I never could pick up on that aspect that they were looking for, that like that part that said, hey, that's them. Something in there is them. And I think I've seen it as an art teacher, how that style comes across in my students' artwork. And I've slowly realized, like, oh, it's them, that part, that like the part where they scribble all the time, they're coloring, or the part where they always tend to do this kind of like messy line work or heavy line work. I've slowly come to realize what style is, and it wasn't that struggle that I like was so desperately looking for, um, or like imagining that I needed to have. Um, Now I don't think that way. I don't think I need to struggle, and I don't think artists need to struggle. I mean, sure, it's a great story, but I don't think that's essential. Um, I think teaching has really helped me kind of figure out that part, and it's been great to kind of learn in that aspect rather than learn as the student. But my thought this time was like, okay, well, I think I'm ready just to go on my journey. I don't need to have struggled. I don't need to have all the answers, but I think I'm ready just to kind of put it out there and see what happens. And maybe by putting it out there, I'll be a little bit more consistent. Maybe by putting it out there, I will um, find my answer. Maybe I will find that this isn't my fit. Maybe I just like making art for me and not for everybody. Um, so yeah, I think that was my, like, I finally decided, you know what, this is my time to just take the step. I wanted to be an example for my daughter. I wanted to be an example for my partner. I wanted him to know that I didn't give up. He's always been um, what is it, fan. Always supported my artwork before we even knew we were interested in each other. So I think, a part of this whole journey is like, let me see where this takes me and not give up. Um, and at the end of the day, like every other person, we're not ready. We're never ready. And you just learn your way through it. You'll be ready after you've done it 10 years, which is kind of like how I am in teaching. I am ready to be a teacher now after I've struggled so many years of just trying to figure it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this journey. I think I might leave off this video here. Um, and then maybe on the next one, there'll be a little bit more um, excitement. And stay tuned. Who knows what the future will bring for us, and hopefully it's a good one. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys later. And bye.